Welcome, seekers. You have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky, and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading. The title of this pick a card is Who Has a Crush on You? And I've noticed that you seekers have been requesting this video. The past crush videos have been getting a lot of attention, so just thought I'd bring this to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Before we get started, just want to remind you seekers that I am offering private readings at this time. I am still having the fall special 60% off, and there are new listings, voice recordings that I'm offering as well. So visit my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. And with this reading, with this pick a card reading, I want to make sure to just kind of go over what that person really likes about you. So that's another area that we're going to discuss and that we haven't seen in previous videos. What do they really like about you? And I'm going to try and give you as much information about them as a whole. And we are going to also use one of the newer tarot decks called the Cirque du Tarot. So I hope you guys enjoy this tarot deck. It's one of the newer ones. All right, let's go ahead and get started, seekers. So in front of you, you have three groups. This is group number one. Card number one. This is group number two, card number two. And this is group number three, card number three. So go ahead and take a moment, select the group that calls to you the most. If you are drawn to multiple groups, that's okay too. There's probably a message in that group as well. So make sure that you watch the one that called your attention first, and then go in and watch the one that called your attention second or even third. So I am going to leave the timestamps in the description below as well, so that you seekers can fast forward easily. All right, so make your selections and I will see you there. Welcome, group number one, to today's pick a card tarot reading, answering the question, who has a crush on me? Possibly a secret admirer. So we're gonna dive right in. I have shuffled randomly 4 oracle cards from 4 different decks, put them down on the board, and we're going to reveal them one by one. Now, before we get started, just want to remind you seekers that I am extending the fall special of 60% off my voice readings. Any private reading pretty much has a discount. You can find that reading in my Etsy store if you're interested. The link is in the description below. Thank you, seekers. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am excited for this one. The first card that we are going to reveal is from the Fairy Oracle. This is going to just kind of talk to us about their current state, where they are right now as a person, as an individual. Okay, we've got stolen in their sleep. Interesting. Ooh. So the person that has a crush on you right now is someone who is in some ways asleep. You know, this is someone who unfortunately at this present time is in this kind of stasis, right, where they can't move. Life is kind of passing them by. There's a desire for awakening, but they're unaware of what's going on. What's happening to them is really almost unconscious, and the way that they act and the way that they're communicating with the world is in many ways unconscious. So that's kind of where they're at right now. It could explain why they haven't reached out. You know, if this is a secret admirer, a crush that you don't know about, it could explain why they're taking so long to actually just come out and tell you. It seems like they are asleep for some reason. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards. We're going to go ahead and reveal the African Goddess. This is actually a new deck, so let me show you the box. The African Goddess Rising. Let's take a look and see what card we have here. All right, group number one. So from the African Goddess Rising, we have Queen Mother Nanny, Liberation. Look at that. So we go from a state of being asleep, unaware, unconscious, unawakened, stolen almost, to this state of pure ecstasy, which is a state of liberation, right? The Queen Mother Nanny and her beautiful domain. So I feel that this person is reaching an awakening. This person, I feel, is someone who is going to come out and tell you exactly how they feel. So I feel, group number one, you are going to get some information very soon on who this person is, or at the very least, they're going to make it so obvious that you're going to know it's them, right? And once you know it's them, it's like, oh, well, there it is. And you're going to understand, I guess, why this unaware, stolen in their sleep is so pivotal and it's so important in this reading, because maybe potentially you're going to just say, okay, what I never expected for it to be that person, because they never showed any interest. So even though they do like you, even though they have a crush on you, they just haven't shown much interest. So that's why their theme for this reading is being unaware and unconscious. So liberation, they're coming out of that. It almost feels like they have been restricted in some ways. One of the things that we see here with Stolen in her sleep, we have a lot of goblins, right? Ancient lore talks about goblins that take you and steal you. It's unfortunate. But those were the stories that were told back then, right? So what we have here is an illustration of that. So you have all these goblins coming and essentially taking this person, stealing them while they lay dormant. And so I feel that this person has very much been battling some kind of darkness. They've been battling some demons. Could be self-esteem. It could just be something that has just kept them in a place where they just haven't been able to fully embrace life. They haven't been able to fully embrace themselves and what they want to do. And so now with this liberation card, what we have here is someone who's willing to take the necessary steps to take what they want. And I feel that what they truly want is you. You're part of that puzzle. And so they're coming after you, I feel. They're going to communicate to you. All right, so this other oracle card is from the, let me see, I believe it's a new deck. I want to show you guys the box. Here it is. All right, so I believe it's the Sacred Sea Oracle. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and reveal this deck, Sacred Sea Oracle. We've got Priestess of Transition, Honor Individuality. Wow. All right, so this is what they like about you. My goodness, the fact that you've got such a beautiful card is so dynamic. What they like about you is that you are in some ways everything that they want to be, which is interesting. They like the fact that you are someone who's just an individual, someone who doesn't really care, someone who goes after what they want. You don't stop. You don't make excuses. You just move forward diligently. They have a lot of respect for you. They see you as this priestess that has information that they don't have. They see you as someone who people come to for advice. They see you as someone almost wise and understanding, and who has certain secrets that are secrets that would help and assist other people. It's almost like they see something very magical in you with this Priestess of Transition. And the key word there that's important is transition. The reason why is because they have been in a state of stasis and unconscious and unawakened and unaware for such a long time. It's almost like that's their being. And so when they come into contact with you, they see that individuality, that energy in you of individuality, and they're so attracted to it. You've actually inspired them to reach out of that kind of slumber that they're in. And that slumber has affected all areas of their lives. You've brought some kind of energy of transition to them. And so that energy of transition is helping them reach that energy of liberation. So very interesting that they see such beauty, such power, such dynamism, such almost royalty in you, So they think very highly of you, group number one. They do think very, very highly of you. So that's very interesting. All right. So the fourth card is from the Paradise Found Oracle. Let me go ahead and reveal the deck. This is another new deck. So for those of you that don't know what it is, Paradise Found Oracle. Let's go ahead and reveal this deck. We have Law of One. This card is just giving us a little more information on who this person is, what is to happen. It's just the, I guess, the summation of everything, you know, the conclusion of these oracle cards and what they're trying to communicate to us. So the fact that we've got number 2, Law of One, what we have is someone who's willing to do whatever's necessary to have you. So I feel that this person is someone who has been daydreaming, thinking of potentially what a future with you would look like. This is someone who's just in their heads a lot. It's very colorful up there. It's very, very illuminating. And I feel that now that they are awakened, you know, and you have played a part in this, okay? Or group number 1, you've played a part in awakening them to the reality. And the reality is that they want you. The reality is that there's a desire to have a relationship with someone like you. Like that, you know, like you, meaning the priestess energy that they see in you. So they are planning. They are orchestrating. They are strategizing. But I feel that this person is going to come and talk to you very soon, and they're going to communicate to you exactly what they want. We have this Law of One, and I just feel very strongly there's a strong energy here of marriage. You know, they're thinking of marriage. They're thinking of what that can look like. They're thinking of essentially what a life of a union such as that can mean for them. And so with this newfound liberation, there's just so much color, so many ideas rushing through their heads of what their life can look like with this newfound understanding and newfound energy and inspiration. So Law of One just kind of brings all these cards together and gives us a picture of why they want to come to you. It gives us a picture of what they're also planning right now and what they are hoping for. So, you know, we see here life, we see here advancement, we see here movement, complete change from the stolen in their sleep, right? Being unaware of what's going on. So very interesting. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw some tarot cards, and we're going to get a little more information about this person that has a crush on you. So as I've said before, we are going to use one of the newer tarot decks. This is the Cirque du Tarot tarot deck. Again, another new deck. So just want to show you the box so you seekers know. We are going to shuffle, and we're going to gain some understanding, just a little more understanding of who this person is. Let's take a look. All right. So Spirit, help us out here. Who is this magical person? Who are they? Let's take a look. Alright, so you've got the Devil, Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Very interesting cards. Very, very, very interesting cards, actually. Alright. So, you know, what we have here is someone who's, you know, someone who is very much aware at this very moment in time of what they want in their lives. They are in the beginning stages of acquiring that, right? So they're in that movement. But I gotta say, you know, this person has 3 major arcanas that represent them, and those 3 major arcanas are dynamic, and there's more good than bad, right? The one thing that really stands out as the bad is the Devil energy. So it seems like this person, you know, does have some addictions and snarements that potentially, you know, has kept them down, potentially has kept them in this energy right here, right? Stolen in their sleep, unaware, unconscious, unawakened, and now it's followed by the Devil energy. So this is definitely someone that might be addicted to something. You know, they might be addicted to things that might not be great for them, but they are working through it. Whatever this addiction is, whatever this Devil energy is, they are working through it. Liberation. And believe it or not, you've inspired them to change. So that is very interesting, the fact that you have brought this change to them. You know, there is desire for change. There's a desire for liberation from whatever this Devil energy has brought them. There's a desire for ultimate change. And that is truly beautiful, because you're the one that has actually inspired that change in them. So very interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and now talk about the Hierophant. So this is where they want to transition to. It's funny that we have the Devil and the Hierophant, right? It's signaling and talking about one person, because they're so opposite in so many ways. The Devil's about ensnarement, it's about physical pleasures, right? But the Hierophant is about taking the energy of the divine, everything that is good from the source, and then trying to recreate that here on earth, coming up with some kind of structure, some kind of plan to even help and assist other people. That's Hierophant energy. And so it's a huge jump and a huge maturity boost from the Devil energy that talks about addictions, it talks about perversion, it does talk about a lot of ensnarements that you want to try and avoid because they can destroy you. So we've got here, interestingly enough, a person that is going through some very strong changes, complete transformation from an energy of dependency to an energy of helping and assisting. And so, it's like this person is just doing a complete 360, right? They're helping right now actively try to bring goodness into their lives and goodness into the world. And so it's beautiful. Again, the Knight of Pentacles talks about someone who's in the beginning stages of this, right? This is the person that has discovered this truth, this great understanding, and now they're just diligently taking action, right? The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving but steady, practical. So this person is moving forward. Don't be surprised if they reach out to you very soon, if they want something more with you. The good thing is that this newfound understanding or newfound knowledge that they have about life is going to lead them to something truly wonderful. We've got here the Wheel of Fortune, which is talking about where they're going to be, what they are manifesting at this moment in time. They're definitely transitioning into a new cycle in their lives. That's what the Wheel of Fortune kind of illustrates as well, right? We're ending a cycle, we're beginning a new cycle of understanding, of expansion, and for this person, it's really important because this has to do with the mind. It has to do with their energy. It has to do with where they're putting their eyes in the world, where they're putting their attention in the world. And so the fact that all of this is changing and transforming is leading them to an energy of wealth and expansion with the Wheel of Fortune. So that is very interesting as well here. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and just throw some more tarot cards. I just want to see, what a relationship with this person would look like. Let's see what a relationship with this person would look like. I'm interested to find out for you. Let's take a look. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle again. And we are just going to ask the cards, give us information about how this relationship would look like. Wow, High Priestess and the Hangman. Wow. So, we've got a few things to talk about. So, number one, this person sees you as a priestess, right? Someone filled with knowledge, someone who presides over certain events, makes decisions. This is definitely, they have a very high opinion of you. And we see here now the High Priestess showing up again in, when we're asking what this relationship is going to look like. So it is going to be very beneficial for you. I feel that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen as far as transformation. I think that they're going to learn a lot from you. You're going to learn from them. You're both going to benefit greatly from having each other around. So the High Priestess is a card of revealing secrets so that you can learn and grow and expand into what is next. So the fact that you've gotten in a relationship reading, it's a very, very, very good omen. But in order for you to get to this High Priestess, I don't want to get you too excited just yet because there's something that's required of you. And that is patience. And I mean patience. Okay, so it looks like this person is going to be in this Knight of Pentacles energy for a little longer, right? So they might come out, they might talk to you, they might tell you, but understand that there's still a lot of work that needs to be done with this person. So, they're not going to be a completed product once they come to you and reveal to you what they feel. They are still kind of maybe potentially struggling through this unawareness, right? This devil energy still showing up. So it is something that they're still wrestling with and struggling with. But liberation, they're liberating themselves from this. And I think that your relationship with them is only going to help them move away from that devil energy, from that ensnarement energy, from that crippling kind of energy. So interestingly enough, the relationship would actually work out pretty nicely with the High Priestess, but you have to be patient. Patience, patience, patience. For some reason, you are being asked to be very, very patient, because it's going to take time. It's going to take time for this relationship to really reach the point where you are just completely and utterly happy. When there's no obstacles in the way, when there's no limitations in the way, when there's no problems that might keep you from actually doing what you want to do, right? So the Hangman energy is just kind of reminding you that, hey, it's not going to be all, I guess, wonderful at the very beginning. There is going to be some work that's required. And that is life, right? I mean, obviously there's always work. There's always something that needs to be done. So you're being reminded of that with the Hangman, right? The Hangman, once again, is the card of patience. It's the card of sacrifice. It's the card of knowing that in order for you to have success, you must take on a stoic approach, which is sacrifice the present for the future. And so it's important for you to keep that in mind whenever you are around this person, whenever they reveal themselves to you. All right? So that is what I see here. I want to thank you, Seekers, for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Quick reminder, I am offering private readings at this time. I've been inactive for a while, just going through a couple of things, personal things, and also it's the end of the year, so there's a lot of activity, a lot of movement. Thank you, Seekers, for being patient with me. I definitely have a lot of more videos, more content that I am preparing for you. Follow me on TikTok. I'm very active on TikTok now. There's definitely a big community there of creators, and especially tarot readers. So I'm very active there. Join me there. I'm going to include the link in the bottom as well. Thank you, Seekers, again, for your attention, for your diligence, for everything, your beautiful words, your comments. I love you all, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. Now, in this Pick a Card, we are trying to answer the question, who has a crush on you? Who is your secret admirer? Now, before we get started, just want to remind you, Seekers, that I am offering private readings at this time. I've been kind of quiet. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to be as active as I could be, but I am starting. So private readings are available at this moment. I'm still keeping the 60% fall special, so take advantage of that. The links are going to be in the description below. You'd have to go through my Etsy store. Now, let's go ahead and get started. We have 4 oracle cards. The first oracle card that we are going to reveal is from the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. And this is going to talk to us about this crush of yours, what they are currently experiencing at this moment. All right, once was innocent. Knowledge, interesting card to get. Knowledge means change. So with this card, the person that has a crush on you is going through some kind of dynamic change in their lives. It feels like at this moment in time, this person has gained some kind of understanding about life, and they are no longer doing things how they used to do them once. They have now moved on to something new. There's a new technique. There's a new process that they're following. They're no longer doing what they did before. And the fact that we've got this card talking about it, meaning that, in a positive light, it almost feels like they're moving from darkness to light. They're moving from ignorance to understanding, right? So that's the energy that you get here with this once was innocent. Interesting. All right, so that's their current energy. They definitely gained some understanding. All right, so the second card that we're going to reveal is from the African Goddess Rising Oracle. This card right here. Let me show you the box. I believe this is the first time I use it. The African Goddess Rising Oracle. It is a brand new Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and reveal it and see what card represents this crush of yours. Ooh, okay. So you've got Self-Sabotage, Mamlambo, Okay, so Mount Lambo is the serpent in the African goddesses. She is a serpent that resides in the lake. Think of giant sea monsters. Think of anacondas. Just think of anything scary that lurks in these places that can essentially destroy you, right? So the fact that you've got this card now, self-sabotage, and the fact that you've got this once was innocent, knowledge means change, it almost feels like they are moving from an energy of being taken advantage of and self-sabotaging themselves. And so I feel like this person might be very young in thought, maybe young in age. I get this feeling that they're moving away from a life of maybe potentially crime, a life of inactivity, a life of unfortunately not taking actions, not doing what needs to be done. The Mamlambo closely resembles the devil in the tarot. So, when we look at this card, we can essentially say that maybe this person is transitioning from ensnarements. That's what this energy really kind of talks about. A life of possible crime, a life of dependency on something that's not good for them. They're moving away from that, right? They're moving away from that. Now we have to ask ourselves, what kind of knowledge have they gained? What kind of insight has been given to them in order for them to move away from that energy, or wanting to move away from that, right? Once was innocent, knowledge means change. So what has this person gained? So next card that we're going to reveal is from the Sacred Sea Oracle. This is a new deck as well. So I'm going to show you the box. Okay, it's a new Oracle deck, Sacred Sea Oracle. So let's go ahead and reveal the card. You have Lobster Spirit, Grounded Enlightenment. Wow, asking you shall receive, right? So we wanted to know what inspired the change, and we just got it. Lobster Spirit, right? Grounded Enlightenment. This is a very telling card. Also, by the way, this Oracle card is in the position of essentially asking what this person likes about you, right? So that's the intent of this Oracle card. What does this person like about you? So the fact that you've got this card tells me that this person is really inspired by who you are as a person. They're also inspired to be in a relationship with you. They're also inspired by the ideal of having some kind of connection with you and having some kind of agreement in place, possibly living together. This person is ready for what's next in life, and it seems like what's next in their lives is a solid partnership with someone that they can trust, someone that they can share who they are, with someone that they can be around, right? So we've got this Grounded Enlightenment. So, one of the things that I feel this person has really understood is that in order to have a happy life, in order to fully be complete, they have to invest in all areas. And so it almost feels like they were only investing in areas that were very minimal, right? Maybe they just work too much, or if this, for some of you, the person that has a crush on you possibly did do some kind of criminal activity. So it's like they're moving away from that. That is for some, not all, obviously, but this person is moving away from that darkness, that shadow, this energy of potentially hurting people or lying to people or doing things to just benefit them. They're moving away from that. They've gained knowledge, they've gained understanding. They're even admitting here with these Oracle cards that the reason why they did those bad things is because they were innocent in mind. They just didn't know any better. They've gained knowledge, they've gained understanding, and now they're ready to transition into what's next in their lives. And what's next is you, right? Grounded Enlightenment. You are it. This person wants a family. More than likely, this person wants to have a relationship with someone that they can trust and grow with. This person just wants something new in their lives. So Lobster Spirit, Grounded Enlightenment, perfect representation of what they love about you. All right, so the final card is going to be the final Oracle card, and then we're going to throw some tarot. The final Oracle is going to be the Paradise Found Oracle. Again, another new deck. So let me show you the box. Paradise Found Oracle. let's go ahead and reveal what this card is. This is just going to represent, I guess, the essence of what this person is currently going through, the essence of what this entire reading and just who this person really is deep in their core. All right, so let's go ahead and reveal what that card is. Wow, you're right. I like that. Joy. Joy to the world. This is a beautiful card to get, right? For it to represent the totality of this person and it being joy. I mean, come on, this is awesome. So this person is just someone who at this moment in time is filled with happiness, excitement for life. There's this almost youthful exuberance to want to explore, to want to move, to want to expand. There's a sense of playfulness. There's a sense of just contentment in all areas, right? So this person is very happy with where they are in their lives. This person is very happy with what they have become. This person is happy with what they have gained. Potentially, you know, and for some reason I'm just seeing this in my mind's eye right now. For those of you that are asking themselves, well, if this person is so filled with joy and all of this, why haven't they revealed themselves yet? And I think that the reason why is because of their past, right? Their past is showing up pretty powerfully. And so there's a bit of shame involved here. There's a bit of understanding that there's work to be done, right? There's always work to be done. And also, you know, I think that this person is someone who sees who you are, sees the potential of what things can be with you, but they don't want to mess that up. So they're kind of working on themselves. Potentially, maybe they're looking for a new job. They're trying to find a way to make an honest living. They're trying to find a way to just, you know, cement the experience that they're going through right now, the newfound knowledge that they're going through right now. And they're trying to find a way, they're trying to strategize a way to be effective without having to succumb to the temptations of this dark energy here that's trying to keep them in some kind of lifestyle that just isn't beneficial for them anymore, right? So they're moving away from that, but there is a bit of shame from that lifestyle. There's a bit of shame from even admitting that they did these things, right? But believe it or not, the essence of you, whoever you are, group number 2, the essence of you, whatever you represent, whatever ideal, whatever it is that they are seeing in their mind's eye, you have inspired them to turn away from this. There has been some kind of grounded enlightenment that has come to them because they understand if they want you, if they want a relationship with someone like you, they have to be a certain way, and they can't go back to this Mamlambo energy here of self-sabotage, right? So interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some tarot. The tarot is just going to give us a little more information of, you know, who this person is. I'll tell you exactly what I see. We're going to start with a very beautiful tarot. This is also another new tarot deck just came out called the Cirque du Tarot. Right, beautiful, beautiful deck. So we're going to go ahead and use this Cirque du Tarot for this reading. We're going to throw 4 cards, and we're just going to see what the cards give us, what information is available for us. Spirit, talk to us, help us, show us the way. Wow, so you've got 7 of Wands energy, you've got the Star, 8 of Cups. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yippee, yo, yippee, yay. Look at this. All right. So, interesting cards. Very, very interesting cards. You know, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. We start with the 7 of Wands, right? Let's talk about the 7 of Wands. This person is someone who is a leader. Okay, this person has leadership qualities. 7 of Wands in its normal illustration, what it symbols, the symbolism behind it is rebellion, right? If you seekers can maybe bring up an image of the 7 of Wands, the original meaning of it, what you see is rebellion. You see a warrior rising up against the tyranny or the tyranny of, you know, whoever is in charge, or rising up against a system that they deem to be flawed. And so there's a sense of leadership there, but also rebellion. With this 7 of Wands, we don't really see much rebellion. What we see is a ringleader, just leading, absorbing all of the energy of all the people around them, and creating something completely new. So what we have here is almost an energy of collaboration, but also leadership within that collaboration. as opposed to the original interpretation, which is rebellion. So what we have here is stepping away from self-sabotage, stepping away from the darkness of Mamlambo into an energy of leadership, using the energies of the people around you so that everyone can work better together, as opposed to being someone who wants to destroy, being someone who wants to take the energies of all of the people around them to use it for their own personal gain. This person is now transitioning to an energy of using everyone's work or everyone's words in a beneficial way. Right? This is definitely someone who is transitioning towards something truly, truly beautiful. And it leads towards an energy here of the star. The star is one of the most positive major arcanas. This is the protector, right? This is someone who wants to protect. This is someone who wants to do good at this time. That's what the star energy is talking about. So this person is, think of almost like a father figure. Now, this person really wants to make sure that you are okay. This person is someone who, just wants to protect. This person is a protector. There's an energy of protector. Okay? And I think that, one of the reasons why there's this overwhelming energy of protection showing up with this person now with the Seven of Wands and the Star is because they know that there's evil in the world because they were a part of it. Right? We've got self-sabotage, Mamlambo, right? We keep on going back to her, but it is definitely something that they are aware of. They know that there's evil in the world. They know just how dark the world is. So it's only inspired them to be more fierce in their defense of the people that they care about and that they truly love, right? So we move on to the Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups. These cards are very, very inviting. Why? Because we see that fire here of the Seven of Wands being redirected into this almost blazing ball of fire. This, I guess you can say that is a, I'm not sure what that is. This is actually a pretty interesting illustration. But that fire that has been concentrated in the Seven of Wands, that fire is now burning within this chamber right here, right? And then you see a representation of the two of you dancing on top of that fire. And then not only that, but it's the Four of Wands, which talks about family, right? It talks about creating and building something together. So this person is going to direct all of their energy, all of their attention, all of their intention towards building a life together. This is the lobster spirit that was revealed to us before, grounded enlightenment, reaching a new place of understanding, right? And so we see it here with the Four of Wands. There's an energy of family. There's an energy of growing together. There's an energy of investing possibly in a home, investing in finding out where you're going to be happiest. There's an energy of potentially, traveling from state to state or city to city, finding a place where you both are going to be happy together. Right, so that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing here. This is a new person, really. And we see that with the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, this illustration is interesting, but, the Eight of Cups illustration has always showed a person shedding the old skin and going down this tunnel, right? This dark tunnel where they're shedding the old skin, they're letting go of all of that negativity, and they are becoming someone completely new. And so in some ways we see that here, right? We see that with this person that is currently going through the kind of the same process of cleanliness and letting go and washing away all that darkness and working on themselves so that they can turn into something completely new. We see that there with the Eight of Cups. And so, yeah, that's the skin that they're leaving behind. And it's interesting, right? That we have that Eight of Cups and we have that symbolism of leaving that skin behind when we have here Mamlambo, who is showing up as a serpent. So, there's a shedding of that serpent. There's a shedding of the old skin here with the Eight of Cups and transitioning. We come right back to the main card, joy, right? This person right now in their lives is filled with such joy, such want, such desire. And so, there's definitely an energy here of just being complete and happy with this person. It's pretty dynamic. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw some more cards. We're going to see how this relationship would be like if you two were to meet, right? If this person comes to you and tells you, hey, I like you, yada yada, and you start dating this person, how will this relationship look like? So let's go ahead and throw 2 cards. Wow, okay. Well, there's a lot of movement, okay? So if you date this person, it's all about money for some reason. It's all about things. It's funny. 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Money, 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 growth, 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 expansion, expansion, expansion. So 4 of Pentacles talks about building a foundation so solid that when the tough winds come, and they will come, it will sustain it. It will hold, it will withstand the test of time. So the 4 of Pentacles in a relationship talks to us about what needs to happen in order for there to be a foundation that you can build on. So the fact that we're talking about Pentacles, right? What immediately what comes to mind is career, money, savings, investment, assets. But also it can be talking about someone who understands what needs to happen in order to have serenity and peace in their home. So 4 of Pentacles energy is an excellent energy of knowing and understanding what are the foundational pieces that need to be available in order for this relationship to flourish. And so there's going to be a lot of discovery of that. That's kind of what the relationship is going to look like. But the fact that, we've got this 9 of Pentacles here now just gives us this sense of it being a lot about money, right? It's like entrepreneurship ventures, buying, selling, making profit. It's like that's what I'm seeing here with this relationship. It's almost like if you two are going to be very successful together. Think of a serial entrepreneur, think of a business owners, think of some kind of content creators, being in some kind of public figure, or some kind of public space where you are just being able to shine your light to people and build a future, really. So a lot of financial gain. It's really the focus here. Financial gain, a lot of work, a lot of success when it comes to career, a lot of success when it comes to financial things, right? It helps that this people knows the underbelly, right? The darkness that is in the world. It's like they understand, with that understanding of the darkness that plagues us comes knowledge of where to put your money. It comes, it's like knowledge of where to go to increase your funds, right? It's very hard to take advantage of a person that knows the darkness, all right, that was born in that darkness. It's very difficult to take advantage of someone like that. They know what you're up to. They can smell it. So this person is just very astute, This person knows what needs to happen, how it needs to happen, and they're ready to. So very, very awesome cards for truly a very awesome relationship. If this person comes out to you and you start dating them, you're probably going to start seeing this immediately. This wanting to work, possibly wanting to move in together, wanting to buy a house together, wanting to make decisions on what we're going to do as far as a business. So very interesting energy here, very interesting dynamic. All right, so that is what I see here, Seekers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I'm offering private reading, Seekers. I'm keeping the fall special 60% off. The link is going to be in the description. You do have to go through my Etsy store in order to be able to place your private reading request. But I am going to leave the link in the description. I've been inactive for a while, but I am active now. So please go ahead and take advantage of those discounts. There's new listings, voice listings that I'm doing now. There's some heavy discounts on those as well. So thank you. Happy holidays to everyone. I love you, Seekers. Thank you for your comments. Just thank you for everything. You Seekers have been truly great to me. Thank you. And I hope this reading helped. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, answering the question, who has a crush on me? Who is my secret admirer? We're going to go ahead and dive right in and try and get as much information as we can about this person. But before we do, just want to remind you, seekers, that I am offering private readings at this time. I was inactive before, but I am active now. The discount still remains 60% off all private readings. So you will have to go through my Etsy store to place your orders. I'm going to include the link in the description below. Thank you, seekers. Thank you for the ones that have already placed those private readings. I love working with you, seekers, one-on-one. It's very exciting. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. We have 4 oracle cards here in front. The first oracle card that we're going to reveal is from the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle, and it's going to give us an understanding of what they're currently going through right now. So let's take a look. All right, we've got Into the Woods, Stranger in a Strange Land, New Experiences, Feeling Uncertain, Transition Zone. Wow. So the person that has a crush on you is someone who potentially is new to the city, new to the school, new to the job, new to the country, new to something. There's some kind of new change that has this person a bit rattled, right? They're trying to learn possibly a new language. They're trying to learn possibly a new system. They're trying to learn something that is very challenging to them at this time, where they literally feel like they're walking through the woods, and it's just like, when am I going to reach a cabin, or when am I going to reach something that I know I can build a future with, or when am I going to stumble across my pot of gold in these woods that are just so scary and ominous. And so what do? It's almost like the energies that they're currently in right now. I'm just getting this strong feeling for some of you of someone that has just made the transition into a new country. For others, I am feeling like this is someone that maybe potentially has come into your workspace, work area, new employment, new employer. There's definitely something new, and that newness is very scary to them, right? Because it's completely different from what they were accustomed to. So they are feeling very uncertain about their situation. They are very much in a strange land, and they feel it. So it's a bit scary. Let's go ahead and move on to the next card. The next card is from one of the newer oracle decks. This is the African Goddess Rising. I'm going to show you the deck so you seekers can see, by Abiola Abrams. And this is the card right here. Let's see what we get. So this card is going to give us a little more insight into this person, and excuse me, and what they are currently kind of going through, and what they are I guess manifesting. Let's take a look. I just said manifesting, and we got the manifestation card. My goodness, Mujaji. This is actually funny. All right, so this person, even though they are in a land they don't understand, potentially they're in a new system that they just are trying to, comprehend, and they're trying to get ahead of, there's this energy of, I'm not giving up. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to strive. I'm going to struggle, but you know what? I'm going to be victorious. And when you see that victory, I'm going to roar. You're going to hear me roar, right? So there's this energy of just making it happen. And there's an energy of doing it with gusto, too. They're doing it in the best way that they know. So not only are they scared deep down inside of what's going on, I think not only are they scared, but they're also very excited. So it's a weird feeling, because everything is new. So there's the excitement of things being new, but there's also the fear of it being new and not understanding what this is and what's expected of me and how I should do this. And so there's a lot of strategizing still going on with this person, how they're going to be victorious, how they're going to align themselves with this new way of doing things, right? But I got to tell you, they're not shying away. They are open, ready, available, and alert to what is right in front of them, and they're moving forward. They're doing everything necessary to be victorious. So manifestation, lovely. All right, so the next card, the next oracle card that we're going to reveal is called the Sacred Sea Oracle. Let me show you the box because this is a new deck as well. So Sacred Sea Oracle. And this deck is going to reveal to us what this person likes about you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. You've got the Kundalini Sea Queen, command, self-reliance. My, oh my. Group number 3, you know, this person sees you as a very dynamic queen, you know, as someone who is filled with authority, someone who has things together, someone who commands respect, someone who has in many ways vanquished some darkness. And now it's like, excuse me, now it's like you are in a place where you can help and assist others. So they see a warrior in you. They see someone who has authority. They see someone who's worthy of respect. They see someone who's powerful, able, ready. You know, it's almost like they look at you in this kind of new environment that they're in. They're looking at you and saying, wow, this person has it together. Wow, out of all of these people, this is the person that shines the brightest. This is the queen of these people. So they're very, very, very enthralled by who you are and what you represent. Now, I'm seeing this in my mind's eye. For those of you that are asking and wondering, where is this person and why hasn't this person shown their face to me? Well, one of the clues as to why that might be is the into the woods, right? So there's a feeling of not being ready. So even though outwardly they're projecting this energy of Majadi, you know, she's dancing in the rain and she's got her hands up and I'm excited to be here and I'm filled with it, you know, even though they are showing this energy physically of enjoyment, of contentment, of moving forward and diligently, right? And everyone's like, my goodness, this person is very happy to be, even though they're showing that, deep down inside, they're fearful. And so it's that fear, it's that fear of the unknown, it's that fear of new experiences, it's that feeling of uncertainty that has kept them from asking you out or revealing to you how you feel. It's almost like if, you know, they're trying to show physically, outwardly, hey, look, I'm ready for this. I'm taking over. I'm dancing. I'm having fun. My vibration is high. Look at me, you know? But at the same time, there's just this overwhelming amount of fear inside of them that just keeps them almost in this observing kind of energy. But this isn't the kind of observing that just paralyzes you. This is the kind of observing that says, I'm observing so I can learn, grow, and then make my move, right? So it's almost like very calculated observations, a very calculated transition zone that they're in right now. But again, you know, there is a lot of uncertainty. So it keeps them from wanting to come to this beautiful queen, which is that's exactly how they see you, this beautiful queen, and revealing to them how they feel. So there is definitely an energy of, I need to maybe potentially work a little harder, gain a little more understanding, have a stronger footing financially, or just a stronger footing in general, really, in all areas, in order for me to move forward with potentially this relationship. Because one thing that they see about you is that you command respect, okay? You're not just someone that can be used and discarded. You are someone who you build a future with. And they see that, they know that, they understand that. And so it's almost like if they're observing, they're seeing, and they're priming themselves, or getting ready just for that. All right, so the final card that we're going to reveal, the final oracle card, and then we're going to throw some tarot, is the Paradise Found Oracle. Now, this is another new deck, so I'm going to show you the box. Paradise Found Oracle. This deck just came out, and it's going to represent, I guess, the totality of this. We're going to see what we can intuitively pick up from this card, but let's see. Wow, self-mastery. This is such a confirmation. Self-mastery is your final card. You know, we were just talking about it, right? How they're feeling insecure, how they're still trying to gain something. Well, we have here, what they're trying to gain is self-mastery. So they're in this new land, they're in this new place, they're in this new area, right, where things are done differently. Maybe even there's a different language, who knows, like how much different it was from what they were used to. And their sole purpose, their sole goal is to be the master there. They want to have this sense of domination, right? But domination to the point where they know what's going on, they know what they should do, they know how they should do it, and they're doing it, right? So it's almost like if you're not going to know who this person is. You might have a hunch based on what we've already discussed, but this person is not going to fully come out and tell you until they've reached a place where they deem that they are masters of this newfound domain, right? It's almost like if they feel that they have to prove themselves before they can ask you out, or ideally the fact that they've got all of their attention, all of their energy invested in this new venture, this new quest, this new strange land, has kept them from actually pursuing some kind of relationship, or kept them from pursuing something a bit more demanding, right? So they've put all of their attention into this work, but I feel that once they've mastered it, once they are able to build a foundation underneath them of self-mastery, they're going to go ahead and reach out to you, and they're going to talk to you. So very interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw some tarot. We're going to try and get a little more understanding of who this person is. And for that, we're going to use a brand new tarot deck. This is the Cirque du Tarot. Love this this deck, the artwork. It's a brand new deck. Just came out a few days ago. So Cirque du Tarot. We're going to go ahead and shuffle. We're going to try and gain a little more understanding of just who this person is. All right, so here we are. First card out, King of Cups. Second card, Seven of Wands. Third card, the Hierophant. And the fourth card, the Knight of Cups. My goodness. My, oh my. Group number 3, there's a lot to love about this person. I gotta tell you, there's definitely a lot to really love about this person. And the reason why is because, there's just this energy of love for people. There's this energy of true, blissful love. And there's a sense of youthful playfulness. There's a sense of joy. There's a sense of bliss. There's a sense of understanding. There's this sense of emotional stability, emotional strength, emotional understanding, emotional maturity as well with this person, right? We see that reflected with these two cards. We see him here reflected beautifully. Quite literally, the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups are the representation of love. Love. This person loves very dynamically. The fact that we've got these two showing up, in a 4-card spread, my goodness. So this is a lover, this is someone who, they're lovers, but at the same time, they're mature lovers, because some people can get lost in that lover energy and have multiple partners and fall in love multiple times. And, then we try and redefine love and we say, that's not love, this is love, but we really don't even know what we're talking about, right? But what I feel that this person is not someone who just moves from relationship to relationship. This is someone who's very mature. They want something solid. They understand that is where true power lies. That is where true manifestation lies, right? If you're going to be successful in life, if you're going to create something, then it's more beneficial to have a partner that's there with you, right? Because a partner just makes everything easier. And so they know this and they're ready for this. And they know the sacrifices that need to be made in order to bring this into existence. Now, the Knight of Cups talks to us a little bit about youthful exuberance, right? So this person is open-minded. Don't think that this person is someone who's just very strict and maybe in some ways ultra conservative to the point where they're a bit oppressive towards your liberty, right? I don't think that that's the case. I think that this person is extremely open-minded, but they're also extremely mature. So there's an understanding that comes with the decisions that they make with love. Love is at the center of every single decision that they make. A lot of people, there's a logical way of viewing things, right? It's logical to do this, it's logical to do that, it's logical to think a certain way. This person is almost a bit opposite to that. This is the kind of person that says, I feel that this is the right thing to do. It's like, I feel that that is what I need to potentially bring to this relationship. There's this sense of feeling. Also a sense of love. I love to do this. If I don't love that, I'm not going to do that. You know, this is the kind of person that gets lost in this energy of love, but at the same time they find themselves, and there's always this voice that reminds them of what's mostly important in love. So when it comes to actually committing in love, when it comes to actually telling someone, I want to be with you, I want to commit myself to you, I want for this to work out, this person will do that, right? It's not a fickle energy of moving from partner to partner to partner to partner. There is no fickleness with this person, even though they are being represented by such loving cards. Now, I'm looking here at the other two cards, and I'm trying to find this significance and I'm trying to bring them together with these two cups, and we'll start with the Hierophant, right? With the Hierophant, what we have is what I feel is marriage. This is where the maturity of this person comes in, because the Hierophant is the card or the major arcana of taking the vastness of what Source has to offer, taking the vastness and the beauty of that, and turning it into something that people can digest, people can consume, digest, and understand, right? That's what the Hierophant offers. It's the structure around the divine. And so I feel that in a relationship, this is the kind of person that values that kind of structure. And so in order for there to be a relationship, the structure is more than likely going to manifest in marriage. That structure is more than likely going to manifest in potentially, children, potentially something more, maybe settling down somewhere, moving somewhere. There's a structure to everything that this person does, and so it's beautiful because you have the best of both worlds with this person. There's a sense of love. There's a sense of feeling, right? I feel. And so they're driven by this. And sometimes when you allow for that to happen, life becomes a bit more fun, as opposed to just always logically seeing things and just very strictly adhering to a set of principles that might be outdated. This person is constantly changing, constantly accepting new information, constantly coming up with new ways of viewing life. And this person is very connected to Source, very connected to Spirit. That's why they've got the energy of manifestation and Mojaji. If there was a magician in these oracle cards, it would be that manifestation, Mojaji, because it's talking about someone who's capable of doing whatever it is that they set their mind to. Now, there's also this sense of leadership with this person. We see here the Seven of Wands. Leadership, right? This is the kind of person that stands out in a group of people because there's a sense of true expansion about them. There's fire within this person, and it's kind of funny, right? We've got fire energy, water energy, polar opposites, and it works so beautifully well with this person because even though they are free and wild and open-minded, they're also people that are down to earth, centered, grounded. And so they are the best of both worlds. They are a beautiful balance of the two. And the thing is that they're after self-mastery, right? That's their goal. That's what they're trying to achieve in life, self-mastery. And the only way that you can do that is with these cards, right? Reaching a place of true temperance, reaching a place of true balance in life, reaching a place where you're wild and free, but at the same time, you understand what's valuable and what needs to happen, and you're grounded. My goodness, right? So it's almost the best of both worlds with this person. All right, so for the final two cards, okay, this one I actually didn't mention that we were going to do. I should have, but whatever. For the final two cards of this reading, we're going to ask Spirit, if you two were to come together, what would that relationship look like? Huh? Let's take a look. Tower. Six of, my goodness. Wow. So, group number 3. I don't know if you're going to be ready for this, but if you are in a relationship with this person asks you out, you start dating, whatever, it's going to be a complete 360 of what you are used to. So whoever's watching this, whatever relationships you've been in, if this person is the complete opposite. And we see that illustrated in the Tower, right? So this relationship is going to be completely different. Also, there are many things that you are going to learn about yourself that you didn't know. This relationship is one that's going to teach you a lot of hard lessons. It's going to teach you to grow, to move, to expand, to potentially understand topics that you before didn't even entertain or were interested in or I feel it's going to open your eyes, it's going to open your mind to everyone, to different ways of thinking and ways of being. And that is what this person excels in, right? That is what I see with this person, this King of Cups, this Knight of Cups. One thing to remember with these two kings, these two cups, or court cards, is that they both are court cards that are filled with this energy of just happiness and love and care and joy. And so when we look at the Tower energy, potentially some of you just haven't seen that before. You haven't actually experienced that. So that might be what's different. Also, it talks to me about someone who enjoys culture. These two cups, they enjoy, different cultures, different people. They understand everyone. This is the kind of person that sits down, and even though they'll disagree with you, they'll listen to you. At the very least, they'll listen to you. They may disagree. They may call you a bigot, but they've listened to you. They'll understand your point of view. They'll even try and resonate with it. I mean, this is definitely the kind of person that you want around, right? Very mature kind of person. And unfortunately, we live in an era where maturity is dying. We all just rather scream what we think is right as opposed to listen. This is the kind of person that listens. And not only do they listen, but they fall in love with the story. They fall in love with other people's experiences, right? And there's such a charming energy about them. There's such a calm presence about them that people genuinely know that this person is real. That this person is someone trustworthy that they can share their stories with. So very interesting. Now, a lot of travel involved in your relationship. Okay, so Six of Swords, this person is definitely someone that's going to take you out. You guys are going to go out so many places. You guys are going to be travel junkies. I think that, this person, again, is someone that loves everything. Loves art, loves new experiences, just loves to have fun, right? And that fun is for him or for her or for they travel, right? They like to travel. So there's going to be a lot of travel involved for you guys. The Tower, there are some hard truths. And I feel that those hard truths might be on both sides, maybe you and them. Even though I feel very strongly, very powerfully that it's going to be far more intense for you, this relationship, than it is for them for some reason. With this Tower energy, it's going to be very intense for both, but mostly for you. But at the same time, it's like, with all of these very positive cards, you have to ask yourself, maybe it is worth it. This energy of expansion, this energy of learning, understanding certain things about yourself that you didn't, because that's where true growth comes from, right? Traveling, going and seeing new places, expanding your horizons. That's another area where true growth happens. So it almost feels like if you get in a relationship with this person, your development, your growth is going to take on a whole new life, life to it. So interesting reading. I hope you seekers enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I love every single one of you. I wish you all a very happy holidays. Also, I'm offering private readings at this time, so take advantage. I'm offering private readings at a 60% discount. I'm extending the fall special for that discount, so you will have to go through my Etsy store to place the reading request. I'm going to include the link in the description below. So thank you so much, Seekers. Love you guys once again, and bye-bye.